Hello students, is it audible? Is it audible? Okay, thank you. So how can we find the shortest route between the 2 points on a road map? So model the problem as a graph problem. So we are taking it as a graph problem. So all the cities in a country, we can take it as vertices, and the roads between the cities or road segments between the cities can be taken as edges. So road distances are the edge weights. That means, for example, Yelur to Vijayawada. Yelur is one vertex, and Vijayawada is another vertex. So Vijayawada is another vertex. So you can consider the road segment from Yelur to Vijayawada road route, that is an edge. So we have edge weights. So that is road distances. The distance from Yellow to Vijayawada is considered as the edge weight. So find a shortest path between two vertices or cities. So how to find the shortest path between two cities? So in this shortest path problem, directed graph G equals to V comma E, weight function is E, that is in R. So we have the directed graph G is equals to V comma E. V is the set of vertices and E is the set of edges. So here the cities in the country can be considered as vertices, and routes from one city to another city is considered as the edge. So we have edges from one city to another city. So weight of path. weight of path means, what is a weight function? First of all, weight function means we are giving the values, these values on the edges. For example, from vertex 0 to vertex 3, there is an edge. The edge is 3. So, there is an edge. The weight of that particular edge is 3. Here 3 means 3 may be cost or 3 may be distance in kilometers. So, for example, from 0 is one vertex and 3 is another vertex. Uh, the edge is labeled with 3 from 0 to 3, 0, 3 edge, then it costs 3 kilometers distance. The distance is 3 kilometers. Maybe the cost, you can give some value for this, maybe 300 rupees like this. Okay. So we have the weight function. So weight of path is equals to Pk is equals to V0, V1 and Vk up to Vk. V0 is the starting vertex. Vk is the ending vertex. So W of P is equals to sum of all the weights. That means weight of P, we have the different edges. Okay. Vi minus 1 to Vi. There is a edge. Vi minus 1 to Vi. That means, for example, 3 to 4. 3 and 4 are the two vertices. Between that, we have the edge. We have the edge, that is Vi minus 1 to Vi, edge. There is a weight. So shortest path weight from U to V, delta of U comma V, that is equals to minimum of W of P, that is U to V, if there exists a path from U to V. So there is a vertex U and there is another vertex V. From U to V, there exists a path. There is a path P. Then weight of P, that is W of P, is the sum of all the weights in the all the edges in that particular path. Weights of the edges of the path. So minimum will be taken. Another one, infinity. Otherwise, if there is no directed edge or there is no path, then in that case, we can take it as minimum. If there is no directed edge or there is no path, then we can take this one as a infinity. So variants of shortest paths. What are the different variants? Single pair shortest path, all pairs shortest path. Single pair shortest path means find a shortest path from U to V for given vertices U and V. U and V are the vertices given. Then the path from U to V is the single shortest path from vertex U to vertex V for a given vertices U and V. That is a single pair shortest path. Suppose all pairs shortest paths. Find a shortest path from U to V for every pair of vertices U and V. For all the pairs of vertices, we want to find the shortest paths. Then in that case, that is a all pairs shortest paths. So applications of this shortest paths, shortest path finding. Shortest path algorithms have a wide range of applications. Google Maps, we are using this, road networks and logistic research. In many areas, we are using the shortest path finding algorithms. So main important applications are Google Maps, we are using the maps, okay, road networks, so from one city to another city, logistics research. So all these things comes under the applications. So types of shortest path problems. What are the different types of problems? In this case, shortest path problem. Suppose single pair, shortest path problem. Single source, shortest path problem. Single destination, shortest path problem. All pairs, shortest path problems. These are the four categories of problems comes under shortest path problems. Single pair, single source, single destination, all pairs. So a single pair shortest path problem. It is a shortest path problem where the shortest path between a given pair of vertices is computed. So what we are doing here in a in a shortest path problem, where the shortest path between given pair of vertices. So single pair, that is why we are saying there are pair of vertices are given. So pair of cities are given. The shortest path we need to find. Okay, that is a shortest path finding problem for single pair of vertices. Now A star search algorithm is a famous algorithm used for solving single pair shortest path problems. In the case of single pair shortest path problem, you can go for that is A star search algorithm. In our artificial intelligence, we have the algorithms A star algorithm and A star algorithm. A star search algorithm is a famous algorithm used for solving the single pair shortest path problems. Single source shortest path problem. This is our topic, main topic in our today's class. That is single source shortest path problem. So what is a single source? That means only one vertex is considered from that particular vertex. For all the remaining vertices, what is the shortest route or shortest path we need to find. It is a shortest path problem where the shortest path from a given source vertex to all other remaining vertices is computed. So we need to compute the shortest path from the given vertex to all other remaining vertices in the given graph. So Discustas algorithm and the Bellman-Ford algorithms are the algorithms used for solving single source shortest path problem. So our problem is single source shortest path problem. That means from one vertex to all, we need to find the path, shortest path to all other remaining vertices. So this single source shortest path problem can be solved by using the Discustas algorithm and Bellman-Ford algorithm. So single destination shortest path problem. So it is a shortest path problem where the shortest path from all the vertices to a single destination vertex is computed. So by reversing the direction of each edge in the graph, this problem reduces to a single source shortest path problem. So we are using we can make this one as a single destination shortest path problem to a single source shortest path problem by reversing the edges, direction of each edge. So Discustas algorithm is a famous algorithm adapted for solving single destination shortest path problem. So for solving the single source shortest path problem, single destination shortest path problem, we can go for Discustas algorithm. So all pairs shortest path problem, another one. So it is a shortest path problem where the shortest path between every pair of vertices is computed. We can calculate the shortest path between every pair of vertices, any pair of vertices you can consider, every pair in the given graph. So Floyd-Warshall algorithm and Johnson's algorithm are the famous algorithms used for solving all pairs shortest path problems. So we have the Floyd algorithm, Floyd-Warshall algorithm. This can be used for all pairs. So this the single source shortest path problem we can solve by using the Discustas algorithm. Now, what is this Discustas algorithm? Is a very famous greedy algorithm. So we are using this algorithm is a greedy algorithm. Our main chapter name is greedy algorithms. In our greedy algorithm, what is a greedy algorithm? Greedy algorithm tries to find the optimal solution. Either it may be maximum function or minimum objective function. So in our case, in shortest path problem, always try to find the minimum value. Minimum value means the shortest path we want to find between one source vertex to the remaining vertices in the given graph. So this Discustas algorithm is a greedy algorithm. All the greedy algorithms gives the optimal solution. So it is used for solving the single source shortest path problem. So it computes the shortest path from one particular source node, given one particular source node, to all other remaining nodes of the graph. So we want to find the shortest path from one source node to all other remaining nodes of all other remaining vertices or nodes of the given graph. So what are the conditions to be considered when we want to find shortest path by using Discustas algorithm? So Discustas algorithm works only for connected graphs. So it is used for connected graphs. So Discustas algorithm works only for those graphs that don't contain any negative weightage. Those graphs that does not contain any negative weightage. So no negative edge is allowed. The actual Discustas algorithm does not output the shortest paths. So shortest paths also not given in the actual Discustas algorithm. So it only provides the value or the cost of the shortest path. So what is the value of the shortest path? What is the cost of the shortest path? These things it will provide. So by making minor modifications in the actual algorithm, the shortest paths can be easily obtained. So just some changes done on the actual algorithm, you will get the shortest paths. So this algorithm works for directed as well as undirected graphs. So in the graphs, we have the directed graph and undirected graph. In the undirected graph, we have no arrows. In the directed graph, we have the representation arrows. That means in the directed graph, from one vertex to another vertex, there is a path that will be indicated with the arrow. In the undirected graph, there is an edge, but there is no arrow. That means if there is an edge that indicates from 1 to 2, from vertex 1 from to vertex 2, there is an edge, no arrow. What is the meaning of that particular one? That is the undirected edge. In the undirected edge, you can move from 1 to 2 or 2 to 1. See, vertex 1 to vertex 2, you can go. Or vertex 2 to vertex 1, you can go. So both the directions are possible to move in the case of undirected graph. So this algorithm can be used for both directed graph and as well as undirected graph. So single source shortest path problem. The problem of finding the shortest paths from a source vertex B to all other vertices in the graph. So we are taking one vertex or the source vertex as B, and we want to find the shortest paths to all other vertices from this source vertex B. So applications already explained. We have maps, that is MapQuest and Google Maps, routing systems in another example. So we have the maps already All of you are more familiar with Google Maps. This is one of the applications of shortest path finding algorithms. Router A, routing table. So we have the networks. In the networks, we want to find the route. Which route is the shortest one? So for in that case also, in routing systems, we have the applications of this single source shortest path problem. Applications are in the routing system. So this Discustas algorithm is a solution to the single source shortest path problem in a graph theory. So works on both directed and undirected graphs. Already explained that one. All edges must have non-negative weights. Non-negative weights. That means positive weights. Negative one is not allowed in this case. It will not give the correct result if we use negative edge. So input. What is the input and what is the output of our algorithm for finding the shortest path? So input is weighted graph. G equal to V comma E. Weighted graph means each edge in the graph is labeled with the cost of the edge or the distance of that particular edge, or that is from one city to another city. What is the distance? That is a weight. And the source vertex V belongs to V such that all edge weights are non-negative. So we have the source vertex V, and capital V indicates the set of vertices and small v indicates the source vertex. Output. Lengths of shortest paths are the shortest paths themselves from a given source vertex. V belongs to V to all other vertices. That is lengths of shortest paths. So approach. The algorithm computes for each vertex U the distance to U from start vertex V, that is the weight of the shortest path between V and U. So we have the V is the source vertex and U is some other vertex. We need to find the shortest path from source vertex V to any other vertex in the graph. The algorithm keeps track of the set of vertices for which the distance has been computed. What is the distance? Called the cloud C. Every vertex has a label D. We are giving the label D for each vertex associated with it for any vertex U. D of U, we are saying D of U stores an approximation of the distance between V and U. The algorithm will update a D of U value when it finds a shorter path from V to U. Suppose when it wants to find a shorter path after finding, so it will give some updated value, that is D of U. D of U means D is that is some distance, for example, to the vertex U from our source vertex V. When vertex U is added to the cloud, its label D of U is equal to the actual distance between the starting vertex V and vertex U. This is some pseudocode of our algorithm discussed. So V1 comma V2. V1 is the vertex and V2 is another vertex. For each vertex V, V's distance initially it is infinite. Initialization is with infinity. V's previous none. So V1's distance equal to 0. List is all the vertices in the graph. While list is not empty, that means all the vertices are covered or not. If the vertices are not covered, not computed for some vertices, then we need to continue. While list is not empty. Okay, there are some vertices in the list. Remove list vertex with the minimum distance. So minimum distance vertex you can remove. Mark V as known. For each unknown neighbor, n of v, distance is equals to v's distance plus edge of v comma n. V's distance is some vertex distance plus edge of v comma n's weight. If distance is smaller than n's distance, okay, if the distance is smaller, then n's distance is equal to distance n's previous one is equal to v. Again reconstruct the path from vertex v2 to back to v1. Okay, now see the example, then you can easily understand. Initialization. What is initialization? Initially, we are taking that source vertex. Okay, that path is 0. Source, we are starting from the source vertex. Distance is 0. Now, we want to consider what are the directed edges from vertex A. Vertex A, what are the directed edges connecting to vertex A? And what is the cost or distance to that particular vertex from the source vertex? Here we are considering the source vertex as the A. A is the source vertex. Now consider the remaining vertices. All other remaining vertices, the value is infinity. Distance, all vertices but source, except source. For the remaining vertices, the distance is infinity. We are taking. So from A to B, we are taking it as infinity. A to C, we are taking initializing with infinity. A to D, we are initializing with infinity. Again A to E, there is no direct edge. We can take it as infinity. A to F, infinity. A to G, infinity, the distance. Vertex and list with minimum distance. So we need to find which vertex is at a minimum distance or least distance from the vertex A. Compare, there is a directed path from A to D. There is a directed path from A to B. A to B cost is 2. A to D cost is 1. Okay. Now which one is the minimum distance? D is at minimum distance from A. There is a directed edge from A to D which costs only 1. That means it is a minimum distance or minimum cost. So you can select the vertex D. So now check this one. Distance of B and distance of D. That means directed edges connecting with A are B and D. So distance of B is the cost or the weight is 2 and distance of D the weight is 1. So we can select these things. Since D is at a minimum distance, its weight is 1. That is the distance is 1. So you can select this D and see, update the weights also. Update the D value, that is distance values. See, at D it is 1. Since the cost from A to D is 1. Cost from A to B is 2. So it's, that is the weight is 2. So here at B the distance is 2. After A to B and A to D, the minimum value is A to D. So at vertex D, you can update this one as 1. Now see, we are at vertex D. Pick vertex in list with minimum distance, that is D. From the list, we are removing that particular vertex D since D is at minimum distance. So from D, you can update. Now check here. from vertex D, what are the directed edges? D to C, there is an edge. D to F, there is another edge. D to G, another edge. D to E, another edge. So we have four edges, four edges from D to other vertices, to the vertices C, F, G and E. Now check the value. From D to C it is 2, D to F 8, D to G 4, D to E 2. So which one costs minimum distance? When you compare D to C is only 2, D to E is 2. So it is both are 2. D to C is 2, D to E is also 2. Now check here. Distance of C, since from vertex A to C it is 1 plus 2, 3. From vertex A to E, 1 plus 2, the distance is 3. Now see distance of F distance 0 plus 0 to ED is 1, 1 plus 8 is 9. So distance at F is 9. From vertex A to the distance to G, that is 5. Since 1 plus 4, 5. A to D is 1, D to G is 4, so total 5. So in this way, we have calculated the distances and we need to select the minimum distance, since we have two options. One is D to C or D to E, whether to select C or E. Since minimum distance concept, both are with at the vertex C, the distance is 3. At the vertex E, the distance is 3. Both are same, minimum. So pick vertex and list with minimum distance B and update the neighbors. D is already known and distance E is not updated. D and E are not updated. Distance D and distance E not updated, since it is larger than previously computed value. So here from vertex A to vertex B, the cost is 2. So vertex D to E, the cost is 3. So comparing with, we'll get distance D to E is 3. Distance F, it is 3 plus 5, 8. So distance of F, what is distance of F? Is the minimum of 8. 8 is from D to F and 6. So 1 plus 5, that is 6. So minimum distance. Vertex not in S with the lowest cost F and update neighbors. Now see another example. This one, we have A to B 10, B to D 2, A to C 3, B to C 1. So like this, suppose, now check this one. At A vertex, remaining vertices, initially we are initializing with infinity. After that, from vertex A to the nearest direct edges, direct edge from A to B is 10 and A to C is 3. So these two are directed vertices, directed edges vertices connected. So B and C are, you can write here update 10 and 3, but D vertex is not directly connected from A, so you can write it as infinity, and E vertex is also not directly connected from A, so there is no direct edge from A, so we can take that particular one value as infinity. So in the set of vertices, first initially you are storing A. So we have C. Now select the vertex C. Since out of 10 and 3, the minimum cost vertex is 3. Out of the edges A to B and A to C, the minimum cost edge is 3. Since C is at a minimum distance comparing with B. So you can select A to C. Next one is C. You can select 3. Select the vertex 3. From C, you can update. That is vertex C. From C, you can update the remaining vertices. The remaining vertices. Now see here, we have 7 at B. B means from C, you can directly, there is an edge. See, edge is represented with red color. A to C 3, C to B 4. So at B, the cost is 7. In the same way, check here from C, vertex C to D, remaining vertex. It from A to C, it is 3. C to D, it is 8. So 3 plus 8, 11. To D, it costs 11. Now see the vertex E. From A to C, it is 3. C to E, it is 2. So total cost is 5. So total distance is 5 at vertex E. So out of these three, which one is the minimum? Out of 7, 11 and 5, which one is the minimum? 5 is the minimum. 5 is the minimum. So you can select the vertex E. From E, you can update the vertices. Now see, vertex E is selected. Already to B, it is 7. To D, it is 11. Now from vertex E, what is the directed edge? There is a directed edge to D. Now you can update D. So at E, the value is 5. Now at D, it is 5 plus 9, 14. 14 is greater than 11. So you can keep the value at D as 11. Since compare these two, always should be minimum value considered. So A, C, E. Next we can consider B. Next one is 9. Okay. D. T at D we have 9. Since updated with via E. So you can store this one. ACG BD. So when a vertex is added to the cloud, it has shortest distance to source. So that is least cost node. Always we try to find. So if the path to V is the next shortest path, the path to V dash must be at least as long. So therefore any path through V dash to V cannot be shorter. So this is about correctness of the algorithm. This theorem proof is not so important. Shurukold already explained. See the time complexity. Time complexity of this algorithm using list. So the simplest implementation of the discussed as algorithm stores vertices in an ordinary linked list or array. So good for dense graphs. We are talking. Suppose we have the vertices and edges. V indicates the number of vertices here, and the modulus of E indicates the number of edges here. So number of vertices and number of edges. So in this in our algorithm, we are visiting each and every vertex. All the vertices we are visiting. So initialization is with O of all the vertices. So already explained. Initially in our algorithm, we need to initialize with infinity the distances when there is no data edge for each vertex from the source vertex. You can take that one as infinity. After that you are operating. So initialization with infinity. So initialization takes for each and every vertex, it takes big O of V, big O of number of vertices. So while loop, big O of V. So find and remove minimum distance vertices. That is O of V. We are removing the minimum distance vertices. Potentially, E updates, that is number of edges updates, when the cost of updation is O of 1. So what is the total time? Total time is O of V square, that is number of vertices square, plus number of edges, that is equals to O of number of vertices square. That is, here number of vertices are, we can say n, then that is O of n square. Big O of n square is the time complexity of this discussed as algorithm. So for sparse graphs, that means less number of edges. That is graphs with much less than big O, that is V square edges, implemented more efficiently by using the periodic queue. We are using the periodic queue. In this case, initialization takes time O of V for to build the heap, and we are using the while loop. So O of number of vertices, find and remove minimum distance vertices, that is O of log V, using O of log V delete minimum. Potentially number of edges updates. So update cost is O of log V using decrease key. So now what is the total time? Total time is O of number of vertices multiplied by logarithm of number of vertices plus number of edges multiplied by logarithm of number of edges, number of vertices. So finally we will get O of E log B. So number of vertices is equal to big O of number of edges for a connected graph. So the time complexity here is big O of number of edges multiplied by logarithm of number of vertices. So the time taking is less comparing with the previous time complexity. So in our shortest path finding problem, you can go for, you can use the list or you can use the periodic queue. When you take periodic queue, the time complexity is order of n log n type. When you take the list arrays, then the time complexity is big O of n square. Okay, that's all. Thank you for attending the class. Okay, thank you to all the students. If you have any doubts, you can do the message in the chat box. Any questions or doubts?